My name's Officer Daniel Cole, 20 years in homicide. I've seen murder dressed in every costume, greed, jealousy, revenge, but never have I met evil wearing such a convincing halo. You'd think after 20 years in the force, I'd seen it all. Shootings, stabbings, domestic disputes gone wrong. But the case of Dr. Evelyn Shaw, that one still crawls under my skin. People called her the Angel of Mercy. Sweet old woman with soft eyes, silver hair, and a voice like your favorite grandma's lullaby. Patients adored her, families trusted her, and the hospital board practically worshipped her. But beneath that polished smile was something rotten, something evil. It started small. A few elderly patients dying unexpectedly. Heart failures, strokes, unexplained collapses, all signed off as natural causes. At first, no one blinked. In the geriatric ward, death was common. The staff held little memorials, said a few words, and life moved on. But when too many patients started dying under the same doctor's care, Dr. Shaw's care, some nurses began whispering.
It's strange, isn't it? Mr. Peterson was fine yesterday, stable, even laughing.
And now he's gone. Second one this week after her night shift.
You think she's...
Shh, don't say that. She's been here 30 years. She's a saint. That's how it starts, always. The disbelief, the denial. Evil rarely looks like a monster. Sometimes it looks like someone's grandmother, carrying a stethoscope. The nurses reported their suspicions to the hospital board, but the administration brushed it off. They called it age-related patterns, stress of terminal care, bad coincidence. Coincidence, my ass. By the time I was called in, 17 patients had died in just 4 months under her supervision. Still, no evidence. The autopsies showed nothing. No trace of poison. No clear cause beyond complications. It was like she was invisible. A ghost with a medical license. When I first met Dr. Shaw, she greeted me with that grandmotherly smile.
Officer Cole, I heard you're investigating my unit. I do hope you're not here to blame me for what nature decides.
Just routine questions, Doctor. You've been here long, haven't you?
32 years. I've dedicated my life to easing suffering.
That's noble.
It's mercy, officer. You'd be surprised how many families beg us to make it quick when their loved ones are suffering. Sometimes I think death is the kindest medicine.
She said it with such calm conviction that it chilled me. Mercy. That word would haunt me later. After months of complaints, the hospital finally suspended her. No charges, just quietly asked her to leave. She walked out with her head high, as if she were the victim. But evil doesn't rest. Within weeks, she faked her resume, altered her medical records, and got hired at another hospital across the state, under the name Dr. Eve Marshall. Same silver hair, same sweet smile, same results. Patients started dying again. This time, the staff didn't stay quiet.
Something's wrong with Dr. Marshall's injections. Every time she's on call, people start coding. But their vitals were fine an hour before.
That's a serious accusation.
Then test her syringes. Test the blood, you'll see.
They didn't die, that time. Not all of them, anyway. 2 nurses fell ill after drinking coffee she kindly brought them during a night shift. They vomited, convulsed, but survived. That survival changed everything. When their blood was analyzed, the results shocked the lab. There was a trace of an experimental paralytic compound, a drug that causes the body to shut down completely while keeping the heart rate faintly steady. It metabolizes in hours, untraceable after death. That was her weapon all along. We raided her office. Inside her drawer, we found labeled vials, altered patient charts, and notes written in neat cursive. Peace granted, painless, done. It wasn't mercy, it was control, it was godhood. When we cuffed her, she didn't resist. She just looked at me like she pitied me.
You think you're saving people, Officer Cole, but I'm saving them from pain, from you, from this world.
You killed them.
I set them free.
The courtroom was a circus. Families cried. The media called her the mercy killer. Psychologists called her dissociated but brilliant. She served 5 years, pled insanity, got treatment, and was released. That's justice, I guess. or so I thought. 2 years after her release, I heard rumors. A small-town clinic hired an elderly doctor who seemed heaven-sent. Her paperwork checked out. The clinic's name was Riverside Health Center, and the new doctor's name was Dr. Evelyn Marsh. My gut dropped. She'd done it again, changed one letter, forged documents, and slipped right back into the system. I called the state board, but they said there was no evidence she was the same person. So all I could do was watch until the next body appeared. Except this time, it didn't go the way she planned. Among her new patients was an old Haitian woman named Marie Demoine, 81 years old. Warm smile, bright headscarves, eyes that saw through you. Everyone loved her. When Dr. Shaw gave Marie her nightly sedative, Marie's vitals dropped within minutes. She was dead before the nurse could press the alarm. But something about that death unsettled people. Marie's body was taken for autopsy, and for the first time, someone refused to sign off as natural causes. Her granddaughter demanded a deeper investigation, and I'll never forget what she said.
Grandma told me if she died suddenly not to cry. She said her spirit would handle whoever touched her. She said, no one escapes the hands of the Loe.
I didn't understand what that meant at the time, but I would soon. After Marie's death, strange reports started surfacing. Dr. Shaw began showing up late, forgetting where she parked, talking to herself. One night, a janitor found her trembling in the hallway, staring at her reflection in a glass window. "Doc, you okay?"
They're here.
"Who's here?"
The ones I freed, they're in the glass. Look!
The janitor said she began screaming at her reflection, clawing at the mirror until her hands bled. From then on, the staff avoided her. But she grew worse.
She was in the break room last night, muttering names.
Whose names?
Patients, the ones who died. She kept whispering, "Stop looking at me. Stop looking at me."
You think it's guilt?
Or something else.
The nightmares escalated. She'd wake up with scratches on her arms, say someone was pulling her into the dark. Her housekeeper quit after finding all the mirrors covered with black cloth. But the strangest part came from her own notes. We found them later in her home. Marie's eyes follow me everywhere. They don't sleep. The dead sit in my car's back seat. I see coffins in the mirror. Then came the day she sealed her own fate. She was preparing another injection for a patient, a young man recovering from surgery. But as she drew the fluid into the syringe, she felt something cold behind her. She turned and saw, in the reflection of the metal cabinet, Marie standing there, eyes white, face calm, holding a rosary.
No, not again. Leave me alone.
In her panic, she stumbled and plunged the syringe straight into her own arm. Within minutes, she collapsed. Her body convulsed, her lips trembled, but no sound came out. She was found on the floor, alive but completely paralyzed. She could blink, but nothing else. When I saw her in the care home months later, her hair was wild, her eyes wide. She could only move her eyes, but they darted around like she was watching invisible figures. I leaned close. "You remember me, don't you, doctor?" Her eyes flicked toward me. Tears rolled down her cheeks. "Guess mercy found you after all." A nurse whispered that every night she still tries to scream. They can't sedate her too much because her body reacts violently. Some say she's haunted. Others say it's her mind breaking under guilt. But me? I think Marie kept her promise. The Loa doesn't forget. And now, Dr. Evelyn Shaw, the so-called Angel of Mercy, is trapped in the same suffering she once claimed to end. A body that doesn't move, a voice that can't speak, and eyes that never close because she's too afraid of what she'll see when they do. Funny thing, I visited her room once at night just to be sure the story was real. And I swear, I heard whispering, not from her lips, but around her. A woman's voice, soft and calm.
Mercy granted.
I left that place so fast, I almost forgot my badge. Sometimes justice doesn't come from the courts or the police. Sometimes it comes from something older, deeper, something that waits until evil thinks it's safe again. So next time someone tells you about a kind old doctor who helps people pass peacefully, maybe think twice before thanking her. This story is inspired by true events, though the names, characters, and specific acts of revenge have been fictionalized for dramatic purposes. The real-life doctor behind the inspiration was Dr. Michael Swango, a physician in the United States during the 1980s, known for his involvement in a shocking series of suspicious patient deaths.